Hi, Montecito and Santa Barbara. My name is Daniel Zia. I'm the founder and CEO of the Zia Group here with eXp Realty in the Central Coast. And I'm here to deliver you the luxury real estate market update for the entire 2022, recapping the market. We're going to be covering South Santa Barbara County, but focusing solely and exclusively on the luxury market, specifically Montecito and Hope Ranch. So to start off, the year was nothing like the peak year of 2021, but it's still, if you put it in historical context, was still a very strong year for our luxury real estate market of Montecito and Hope Ranch. I'm going to break that down, but the long and the short of it is we had less inventory come on the market, so we had fewer sales happen, but we did have increases in the median and average sales prices in both Montecito and in Hope Ranch. So it was a year, a lot of sellers still think the year went pretty well, even though there were a lot fewer transactions in our luxury market. So let's go ahead and dive in. So there were 238 sales between Hope Ranch and Montecito. That is a 47% decrease year over year compared to the peak year of 2021. Montecito saw a 45% decrease, and Hope Ranch saw a 57% decrease in the sales activity, including something was surprising. There wasn't a single posted sale in the area of Hope Ranch in the last 3 months of 2022. That's not because the desirability of Hope Ranch went down at the end of 2022. I think it's just a simple fact that there wasn't a lot of exciting new inventory that came on in Hope Ranch, and the inventory that was there, the local buyers didn't deem it either exciting enough or good enough value given some of the opportunities that they were seeing in Montecito. The median price of a home went up 20% in Montecito, going right up to just below $5 million. And the median price of a home in Hope Ranch, where it ended the year at $5.6 million when you look at the year as a whole. One of the reasons why the median home price is higher in Hope Ranch than Montecito is in Hope Ranch there aren't any condos. And so the fact that there are condos in Montecito that sell at a lower price than the single family homes and larger estates, that's pulling the median home price down for that area as a whole, the area of Montecito. So let's look at home prices, annual median home prices going back since 2005. Here is the trend you can see for Montecito. Here is the trend for Hope Ranch. One of the things that you see here is that the desirability of Hope Ranch actually went up, and the desirability of Montecito went down in 2018 when we had the Thomas Fire and the Montecito debris flow. And then there was kind of a correction of that where after people got comfortable post that event, there was the desirability kind of corrected again. Montecito came back up into desirability, and Hope Ranch didn't necessarily go down in desirability. It was just simply that the buyer demand balanced out again. You can see here in 2019, and then they've been trending very similarly 2020, 2021, 2022 post-COVID. The long and the short of it is, when you look at what's happened the last 7 years, the median average sales prices have, let's call it, around doubled. So if you purchased your home in 2005, your home is worth about twice as much as it today as it was back then. And you can see here a lot of that appreciation occurred in 2020 and 2021, and it carried over in 2022. Whether or not we saw appreciation the entire year, I don't know. It's my belief that that appreciation was front-loaded the first few months of the year, and then everything kind of happened with the economy, with interest rates rising, and that started putting some more uncertainty in the real estate market as a whole. A lot of the luxury buyers aren't as affected by an interest rate rise, and they're still looking for a hedge against inflation. Buying real estate is a great hedge against inflation, so a lot of those luxury buyers still will make purchasing decisions in Hope Ranch and Montecito in 2022, but they didn't have the right inventory to buy. They didn't have the right home that came on the market, and so we saw that that's what we saw when the market slowing down. Whether the market actually depreciated a little bit or just stayed flat the rest of 2022, I don't know, but it very well could be that a lot of that 18 to 20% appreciation was front-loaded the first kind of 35, 40% of the year, and then we just had minor appreciation maybe the remainder of the year. Here's your annual homes trend. So this shows you how many homes sold year over year in the luxury areas of Montecito and Hope Ranch. You can see back in 2015, kind of a flat trend line, 2015, 2016, 2017. 2018, we saw the big dip here in Montecito, right, with the Montecito debris flow that we talked about, and then the desirability kind of coming back, especially with lots of celebrities moving into Montecito and it being back in the news. Desirability, the cleanup and the restoration post debris flow, really making the Montecito community looking some of the best it's ever looked because of all that investment of rebuilding dollars. And then 2020, you can see between 2020 and 2021 was kind of the peak number of sales, and then we saw that drop, right? So 2021, 383 sales, in 2022, 210 sales. So quite a big drop in the annual sales activity. Here's home sales by month. We always have some measure of seasonality in our market, but nothing like the Midwest or the East Coast where you really have inclement weather. We have beautiful weather year around, but we do see tends to be a rise and fall month by month of what happens in the real estate market. Now, here's what's interesting. So this is specifically for 2022, and let's look at that right here. You can see at the beginning, I mentioned that February, March were much stronger months before interest rates started really going up dramatically, and that's what you can see the trend of the market, especially in Montecito. And then suddenly it's like, what's happening with the interest rates? Is the market going to go down? Okay, maybe it's not as bad as everyone's thinking. Oh, it just got bad again with another Fed rate increase that was really significant, dropped down again, and then it's kind of this balance of like, okay, something's going on. Is the market going to fall or not? And then in December, we definitely saw a pickup of activity and excitement, and that's carried over into 2023 into January as well. January was a strong month for Montecito. If you do want to stay up to date on these market statistics, please do reach out to us. We can put you on our email distribution list. I do a market update like this every month, going over what's actually happening on the ground, and happy to share that with you. That's one of our values to our community, to be the local real estate economist of choice for you and your family and your friends. So median home sales price by month. I don't find this very valuable other than to point out that we have significant peaks and troughs every month when it comes to values based on smaller sample sizes and what is actually sold that month. The best example of that is here in Hope Ranch. You can see massive swings month by month in median sales prices because you have such few homes that sell. If you have one of the larger estates sell at 18 million 1 month, that's going to really skew that median sales price up with such a small sample size, and of course your average sales price that's dictated even more by that. Your annual sales by area, you can see Montecito has quite a bit more sales. It's just larger in population size and property count as a whole. And that's a wrap for 2022. Now, of course, everyone wonders what is going to happen in 2023. No one has the crystal ball. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. We have some unique combination of factors nationally and internationally from an economic standpoint. We've got to get inflation under control. The Fed's been very clear about that. We did see recently a smaller incremental adjustment to that Fed rate, the 0.25% increase rather than the 0.75% or the 0.5% that we've been seeing the last number of months. So that was a good sign, but the Fed is saying that they're going to still potentially, or hinting at, that they're still going to maybe do one or two more of those in 2023. So we've got the market kind of tuning in to see what's happening there. But what's really unique is I mastermind and collaborate with the top real estate team owners across the country, hundreds of them. And what's really unique is something happened in mid-January of 2023. It was almost like a light switch in the market where about 70% of the market saw a dramatic increase that these team owners aren't viewing as just your normal seasonality, snow melting, sun coming out in some areas. They just said it was just like consumer confidence rose. So I think a lot of people are thinking, one, hey, I think we're through the worst of it. There are still opportunities to be had in the market, and they want to capitalize on that before maybe there's future appreciation they're going to miss out on. And they're just frankly tired of being in this holding pattern. They still have money to spend. They want their own inflation hedge, for example, and they want to get back into the market, or they don't want to continue to defer their discretionary purchases of a secondary home, vacation home, that type of profile. So overall, I'm expecting to see a fewer numbers of sales in 2023 compared to what we saw in the boom of 2020 and 2021. I think it's going to be kind of a measured market. I'm hoping for single-digit appreciation. I'd be very surprised if we had double-digit appreciation, and it depends on what the economy does, whether or not we see any depreciation in our market. too soon to tell, but that inventory, what happens is before those prices go down, we have to see those inventory levels rise. And right now, we just haven't seen that. We've seen a very low absorption rate, that inventory stay tight because a lot of sellers are not listing their homes for sale, and so they're not. So there's enough buyer demand to consume the inventory that's coming on the market, and they're still looking for more inventory. So until that reverses, and we've got sellers in larger quantities listing their homes on the market, and the buyer's not able to make a big enough dent in that monthly inventory that comes on every month, then we're going to continue to see prices stay firm, and that is, I think, a lot of sellers are excited about that. Buyers are a little discouraged. So there you have it. Again, if you want these monthly updates, please do reach out. We'll put you on the distribution list. I will always shoot straight with you, share the candid information and the data and the statistics that I'm studying every month, as well as the on-the-ground kind of pulse on the market. We generally sell more homes than any other agent or team in South Santa Barbara County every year. And in some years, we sell 30, 40, 50% more than the next agent or team down the list. And what that gives us is that gives us this intimate market knowledge of what is going on at kind of the market of the minute, rather than what just happened last year. What's going on this week? We can literally feel ebbs and flows. We can feel market changes literally week by week. So if you don't have a real estate advisor that you trust that's giving you that kind of counsel, and you're looking to interview a new agent or team, please do reach out to your preferred Z Group Realtor partner, or just call our team and we'll connect you with one of our realtor partners or myself. Have a wonderful 2023 and tune in until next month.